Welcome to the Mendocino County Fire Safe Council podcast. I'm Sarah Reith. We hope this series will inform, empower, and mobilize you to take the steps you need to survive and thrive in our wildfire-prone environment. Today we're hearing from United Disaster Relief of Northern California, an organization whose mission has a lot of overlap with our own. In addition to taking action to reduce your risk and having plans before a fire starts, part of being prepared to survive and thrive is knowing that your community also has plans and can help if there's a disaster. When large-scale disasters happen, government agencies will provide some aid, but smaller-scale disasters like the Grange Fire or the Hopkins and Broiler fires can still result in community members losing their homes and all of their possessions. In those cases, it's mostly up to us locally to have plans and the capacity to provide the help that people need to get back on their feet. That's why United Disaster Relief is essential to our overall wildfire disaster readiness network. And now, they need your help to get back on their feet, or at least to have a new long-term home of their own. The lease at their current location on Airport Park Boulevard in Ukiah is up at the end of November. Escrow closed at their new location in August, but the building, a former Coca-Cola bottling facility at 650 Babcock Lane in Ukiah, does require a number of improvements. An anonymous benefactor has offered to match up to $100,000 in community donations at the Building Hope campaign on Give Butter. The Ukiah Natural Foods Co-op is raising money through its November Change at the Register fundraiser. Executive Director Danila Sands recently reflected on the multifaceted mission of an organization that's become a mainstay for anyone who's been knocked down by disaster in the past few years.
It's very overwhelming when you go through any type of trauma, whether it's a loss of a family member or you lose your home in a fire. What's the priority? Where are the deadlines for grants? What resources are available to you? Meanwhile, you have your whole life to continue doing. Right? You still might have to show up to work. You still have to take your kids to school. Now you got to look at permits and soil testing and modulars and am I going to get a tiny home and how do I hook my water tank back up and what grants do when. It's so much more on your plate. So we help them focus in the direction of recovery, and we know and we advocate that short-term recovery is 1 to 3 years and long-term is 3 to 5 years. A good example of that is Hopkins fire happened September 12th of 2021. And the person that was responsible for that and was found guilty, it took 3 years for jury trial to commence recently. 3 years, just that part of it, And we have people with really good insurance. They're just now building in the Hopkins fire. They just now started this 2 stick builds. The only stick builds out there in the Hopkins fire started in the last month, 3 years later.
United Disaster Relief is still involved with Hopkins fire survivors, including a 3-year commemoration celebration on September 12th. The organization was originally located in a storefront in the wake of the Redwood Complex fire of 2017. It's moved 4 times since its inception and serves survivors throughout the region on a long-term as well as an immediate basis. Sands expects the upcoming move to be disruptive, but she doesn't plan to give up on helping disaster survivors during the transition.
We're going to close that location for the month of November so our volunteers, community partners, we can focus on packing and moving our items over here. We're going to be in here December 1st, but we don't know what that looks like moving forward. If there's a disaster, we'll make it work. People made it work with a table in front of a business back in 2017, right? We will make it work and we will help our community. But construction-wise, raising money, we don't know that timeline of when we'll be fully open.
Part of the 11,000 square foot warehouse will be walled off for client services, including an ADA bathroom, laundry, and food distribution. Insulation is a priority, as are heating and AC, electrical upgrades, and reconfiguring the reception area. In addition to serious storage space, the former plant has an adjustable loading dock, 2 acres of land, and a lot of potential, according to Sands. She led us around the premises on a hot September afternoon, just a few days before volunteers sprang into action to help evacuees fleeing the Boyles fire in Lake County. While United Disaster Relief made a robust attempt to buy the site on Airport Park Boulevard, Sands sees significant opportunities to expand the organization's offerings at the new location. It looks like you have 3 giant roll-up doors. This looks like an airplane hangar.
There's 3 roll-up doors or bays, whatever you want to call them, and a couple side entrances. So we're pretty excited about that functionality. So we're exiting out now into the land. We got about 2 acres here. So there is some good possibilities. Maybe someday we'll have a community garden or a gazebo out here where we can do events for nonprofits to reduce their costs when they put them on other places. We can have emergency vehicles parked here temporarily, like disaster related.
Even after the renovation, the warehouse will be vast compared to the 900 square feet United Disaster Relief has now. Sands envisions displaying donated furniture the way it could look in clients' future homes instead of stuffing it all into a corner or storing it outside where it's susceptible to damage by weather or vandalism. The adjustable dock means donations can come in on a semi, a box truck, or a pickup truck and be unloaded easily. There's also an overhang, so the people doing the work are protected from the sun or the rain. There are plenty of opportunities to help out with the efforts to open the new site. Besides giving to the fundraisers, volunteers are welcome to put in some sweat equity at a work party on September 21st. What do you need from the community to bring it up to the point where it is in optimal condition and you're able to throw open your doors and start helping people?
Right now we have a Building Hope campaign on Give Butter. And our goal is for starters, $100,000 is what we need to raise. We're almost at 20% of that goal. And that's going to help us with some modifications that have to happen in order for us to open our door.
Go into a little more detail about the volunteer party that you're going to have on September 21st.
Yeah, so we just had one August 24th. We had over 10 people show up, and some came for an hour, some came for 3 hours, some washed windows, some washed walls, some cleaned bathrooms, and they just had a really good time hanging out with each other. So on September 21st, we're doing that again because this is going to benefit the community. This is not just benefiting one person or one organization. This is a disaster resource center to benefit us all for the long term. And if we invest in it, imagine the possibility. You can find more information at the website udrnc.org, where you can check out the photo gallery, donate to United Disaster Relief of Northern California, or sign up to volunteer. It is a bit of an undertaking. The positive is we're not going to move somewhere else. We're not going to, once again, invest our time and our money and our energy and our love and then have to move again. We know now that we're putting this in here. It's going to be ours. It's going to be for the clients. It's going to be for the community forever. Thanks for tuning in to the Mendocino County Fire Safe Council podcast. You can learn more about the Fire Safe mission, events, and opportunities to improve fire safety at firesafemendocino.org.